I want
So
everybody
Rolly,
from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing.
See, their morals, their code. It's a bad joke. You've dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50 be advised, County Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol.
Publicists, when you talk to your publicists, you know the first thing they tell you?
what?
Stay away from religion, stay away from politics.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
No matter what the you say, somebody passionately disagrees with you.
Absolutely.
No matter what religion, you believe in Allah, then you're saying that's not the right way. You believe in every Christianity, that's not it, because they're choosing something different. Your political party, the Democrat, Republican, the disagreement completely.
Yep.
So I stay away from it. When I get pulled into politics, I go,
Yeah,
and I have nothing to say. I'm
that's
just
the
looking.
same way we are. Well, no politics, none of
I'll
this.
with that. I don't stay there because I'm still entertainment. If it's not music, then it's film and television, but it's still entertainment. So why would you turn someone off by saying that?
Right,
I want everybody to enjoy what I'm doing.
right.
Not just a selective few amount of people. I focus on diversity because it's needed.
Right.
The boxing scholar is a lover, not a fighter, but he's also a fighter, so don't get any ideas. If he pats you on the back, you'll put it in your resume. His enemy. Have him listed as an emergency contact. The scholar has an inside joke with complete strangers. If he punched you in the face, you'd have to fight the urge not to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He's the only man alive to is parallel park. A train is count to infinity twice. In Genesis, when God said, "Let there be light," the scholars said, "Say pretty please." He is the genius of all genius and master of all masters.
And that's the trick to life. You have to be wise enough to know when you were living in your dream. And you have to be humble enough to accept when you're in someone else's.
Yo, I'm about to post in a private chat the live to the next one. I already started it up. Did you hear me, Bo? Can you hear me, Bo? So I'm about to fire up the other live. I'm about to go ahead and end this one. Like Pittsburgh T said, this was a glorious day. Me and Bo got our vindication, brother, for telling y'all for years that Rolly was a good fighter, and y'all laughed at us. And then he got vindicated today. He got this cheater out of boxing. And I'm finna end this live, and we finna do the 100 gorillas versus one man. So make sure y'all pull up. So I'm finna go ahead and end this one. I put the thing in the private chat. All right, brother. Hold on. Put the music in, bro. bro. So before we even talk about this, bro, we got to talk about how the world swagger jacked our argument, bro. How they told us it was silly, bro. Today was a good day because we got vindicated with Rolly, bro, and then we got vindicated with our argument, bro. Cause they thought that was the silliest thing in the world, bro. When we was trying to tell them about this gorilla situation, bro.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. They did.
Now the whole world, bro. It even made the news, bro. The news, bro.
Facts. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I saw that.
So before we get into the video, bro, let's see what the news had to say, bro, and then we'll go from what the news said, bro, and then we'll react to that, bro. So hold on, bro, because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The fact that it made the news, I was a little surprised. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm like, that just show you that society. It just show you that the news is social media now, bro. The news is social media now. Like, how does social media arguments make it to the news? Like, bro, that's crazy, bro. The news is getting mad lazy, bro. But besides that, did you know Mike Tyson offered a zookeeper to fight a monkey? What's up, Con?
I did actually.
Bro, that's crazy work. They over there talking about 100 men. Mike Tyson had the confidence of 100 men, bro. He begged the zookeeper to let him box a monkey, bro.
Bro, I got some stats for you, man.
Go ahead, bro. Give us these stats.
Well, I'm gonna wait. I don't know if you want me to, say this yet.
Oh, you want me to show the what you call it first, bro? Hold on.
But when it comes to the
all right, here we go. Let me show NBC first, bro. Let me show that, bro. Hold on. I couldn't believe that it made it to NBC News, bro. DJ Academics talk about it. Vlad was tweeting. I was like, dang, bro. Like, bro, it's crazy how stuff just catch fire, bro, and then like everybody starts talking about it, bro. The first place I seen it, bro, was Mr. Beats, but I think it was a spoof. They were just clowning on Mr. Beats because he'd be doing crazy stuff. So I think they was just clowning on Mr. Beats. I don't think he actually really meant, unless he did, bro, which is even crazy that. But they did a skit, bro. A Mr. Beats skit, bro. You watch Mr. Beats?
Yeah.
Really, bro?
Well, not really, but I have watched them. I don't actively watch them, but I have watched them before.
Okay, here we go, bro. Let me show you this, bro. Let me show you these videos before, bro. You tell me what you think about them. This is hilarious, bro. So this is just the regular internet reacting to the video, bro. So before the Mr. Beats stuff came up, bro, this is what one dude said. Check this out.
Who did it? Who did it? Who told the gorilla we was talking shit? Which one of y'all told the gorilla we was planning to jump him? Because you going first.
So it's that guy, bro. Then they did a Mr. Beast skit, bro. Look at this shit. No, this is the other guy, bro. This is another guy reacting to the gorillas, bro.
You see how nobody moved? You see how nobody even attempted to save that man's life? And y'all think 100 people, man, get the
So you got that guy. And then you got a Mr. Beast skit, bro. Check this out.
100 men versus a single adult gorilla. The highly anticipated event, organized by YouTuber Mr. Beast, ended in tragedy today.
We had a whole plan. Gary made a PowerPoint.
Authorities are calling the incident a gross lapse in judgment. Mr. Beast, however, referred to it as a banger.
He went through 87 of us with ease. He's like the Bonnie Blue of gorillas.
The event, dubbed Harambe's Revenge, started as a simple internet debate.
Someone on the internet said gorillas get tired fast. Guess what? He didn't. He didn't even yawn.
The rules were simple: no weapons, no armor, and victory declared only if the gorilla was fully subdued.
At one point, someone yelled, "Form a circle." He spun through us like a Beyblade. Dude activated a Super Smash Bros. Finisher.
Mr. Beast claimed this was his most epic challenge yet, with contestants reportedly offered $10,000 or a Tesla.
They said he'd be intimidated. Nope. He made direct eye contact with me and smiled like a dentist. At one point, he looked bored.
Witnesses say the first casualty occurred within 8 seconds of the starting whistle.
We lost wave 3 pretty early. We thought we could all just pile on. Bro wore us like a backpack. It was like Squid Games, except only 4 Asian guys died.
Selections were based entirely on online applications and Reddit upvotes.
We didn't account for the part where you could punch through a man's sternum like a Capri Sun. That wasn't in the PowerPoint.
So I'm not gonna lie. They say you can't even have no armor. I feel like that's not fair to the human. But they didn't say you couldn't have like some boxing gloves, or you couldn't have what's those called? Like armored gloves. I do think a human should be able to have that against a gorilla. This fair shit, this like, oh man, you gotta go in there fight the gorilla with no weapons. I'm not rolling with that. Let's say you just get to fight you gotta fight the gorilla with your hands, but you at least get to have your hands wrapped, and you get like some armored gloves. I think a human should be given that. Under those circumstances, I do think 100 men could definitely beat a gorilla. Khan wrote in the chat that a gorilla is 4 to 10 times stronger than a human being. A lot of the power estimates for a gorilla are not actually proven. It's all estimations, it's all guesswork, and it's all cap. People actually don't really know how strong a gorilla is, and they actually don't really have much feats that they have shown, when it comes to their actual brute power. But we just know that they're stronger than a chimpanzee and a lot stronger than a human, based off the size.
My bad, brother. I was making a video. So, let's show the experts, bro, and then I'm gonna get my opinion. So hold on.
The experts.
No one knew we needed. You might have seen the simulations, the memes by now. 1 gorilla, 100 men. Who would win in a fight? The internet has a lot to say.
Gorillas aren't built for long fights. They're like sprinters. They explode for about a minute and then they gas out hard.
Man, I'm taking that gorilla. Man, do people know how big them silverback gorillas are?
Surround it, distract it, get on it, you know what I mean?
How are you going to kill it? I haven't heard one logical response or explanation because obviously no tools are allowed.
If we have 100 men out there who are willing to die, give me the men.
100 men versus a silverback gorilla. I want to see 100 men versus a critical thought.
Okay, here's what's not a critical thought. Let's visualize this for a little bit. We're talking about a 400-pound animal that can grow up to 6 feet tall. According to the experts, the average silverback gorilla weighs somewhere between 5 to 10 times, or is actually 5 to 10 times stronger than us humans. And just like a lot of you are guilty of out there, mostly guys, we have spent way too much time today thinking about all of this, to the point that we actually created a very unofficial Stay Tuned Now poll at work with like 63 to 38% split amongst our team. 63% going to the gorilla. But what do the experts say? Our next guest has over 2 decades of experience studying and researching gorillas. Thank you so much for indulging with us here, Dr. Tara Stoinski. I know this is a weird conversation, and I want to say that this is a dumb conversation, and I'm hoping we can talk about way more pressing matters in a second. But can you just settle this for us real quick? Like, if 100 normal, unarmed guys got into a fight with 1 gorilla, how would it go?
Well, it's a very interesting question, and it's been super fun to see how much it has engaged people on the internet. I talk about gorillas all day long, so I love that other people are talking about them as well. I don't think there's a definitive answer, but I have to say that I would be on the side of the humans in this case. Gorillas come to this with, a ton of power, all that upper body strength. You can see them here kind of just smashing people right and left. They've got incredible draw strength. But I think the sheer number of humans that they would be up against, and the fact that humans could hopefully coordinate their behavior, tag team, take a little bit of a rest, while the gorilla would just be going full steam the whole time, would really put the advantage in for the humans.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that we can all communicate and I guess kind of critically think would give the advantage to the humans. And also, like, if I was in that fight and I was one of those guys and I saw somebody get mauled, I would probably run the other way, which would give the advantage to the gorilla there. But jokes aside, like, I don't know, we have fun thinking about this, or guys do for some reason. And yet the saddest part of all this is when you think about man versus gorilla and like what's already gone wrong with gorillas being so endangered and how that's happened historically. Like, if these hypothetical men decided to go to therapy instead of fighting gorillas, what kind of world do you think we might?
Bro, I'm not even gonna let that video continue, bro, because he kind of making the argument. Hold on. Let me say this, bro. If you really think about what he just said, he was like, men need to spend their time thinking about other things than making gorillas go extinct. The fact that gorillas are going extinct because of men, it shows that men reign supreme. Men are the only thing that could get, I ain't gonna say the only thing, because some species do make other species endangered, like certain fish and stuff like that. But the fact that they endangered because of us, I think kind of goes to the point that we superior in numbers. Like, bro, think about it. If you go to a zoo, bro, it's always a little old man that go into the cage and lock the gorilla inside, bro. Like, even if you go back, but like way back in history, bro, way before like modernized times, if you go to like villages and stuff, they still captured animals, bro. How did they do it? It was less than 100 of them. I mean, that lady brought up some good points, bro. She brought up the fact that, bro, I don't even think people realize how much 100 men is, bro. 100 people is a lot of people, bro. They wouldn't even allow 100 people to eat in a Starbucks all at one time.
Cause, bro, people used to watching these movies where they have like one guy beat a lot of guys in a choreographed fight, so they think the gorilla would easily.
Yeah, and not only that, bro. Every movie that we watch, the gorilla is supreme, like King Kong. Shit, Hulk is a lower version of an ape. To be honest with you, the way he moves, like he moves like an ape, like he's just a really strong ape. Like,
bro. But even in the movies got gorillas doing stuff that they actually can't do in real life, bro.
Bro, can you see the screen?
Yeah. Now it's 1 man versus 100 gorillas.
That's Chuck Norris, bro.
Yeah, Chuck Norris probably.
Bro, Chuck Norris putting the beats on them gorillas, bro.
Okay, bro. So a gorilla's bite. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That gorilla did drag that guy. He did.
He wasn't fighting though.
Yeah, he wasn't even fighting. But we also got to remember this, man. Keep in mind that humans have way more stamina than gorillas. A human can outfight any animal when it comes to endurance, bro. Like, humans fight 30-minute fights, 15-minute fights. In the wild, these guys fighting for like 30 seconds, 25 seconds, 1 minute max. So off the rip, the gorilla's not going to be able to have the stamina to fight off 100 men. Fresh guys that are coming in. Also, when it comes to the morphology of the gorilla, gorillas have the same type of skin that humans do. Very thin, it can easily tear, and they can easily be bled out, So it's not like they're gonna be, they got this thick skin that they gonna be they can absorb a lot of punishment, take a lot of cut of damage. If humans are throwing a lot of punches, in the face of the gorilla, especially in the facial area, the gorilla is gonna start getting cut up. It's gonna get bruises, man. I'm telling you. Okay, keep in mind, bro. A gorilla's bite is measured at 1,300 psi, right? But check this out. I looked up how strong can a boxer punch in PSI. They said that some heavyweight boxers on average can punch from 1200 to 1700 PSI. For comparison, a hyena's jaw can bite at 1100 PSI. So some boxers can punch harder than a gorilla could actually bite, or a hyena could actually bite. They even said that Mike Tyson could punch at 1800 PSI. That's ridiculous. That's approaching like an alligator or a hippopotamus in a punch. So if you take some heavyweight boxers and they hit the gorilla upside the head 100 times with 100 or 1800 psi punches, the gorilla's gonna get knocked out, bro, or gonna get a concussion. Come on, bro. They gotta understand that humans wasn't always using tools. They had to rise above the ranks. Come on, man. A gorilla's not winning it. Imagine a gorilla mauling one guy, right? They got 5 guys on the gorilla punching the gorilla in the back of the head. Come on, bro. These wild animals not used to taking a punch that accurate, that hard. These wild animals aren't used to getting punched in the face with that much power. Stop it. Stop it, bro. A human could beat a lot of animals. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's a couple of animals they can't beat. They can beat. If we start talking about bears, lions, tigers, that's out of a human's league, But gorillas, any other primate can beat all the primates in a fight. All of them. Not one primate can beat a human. I don't believe it. All the primates can be beat. Inferior.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That when I heard that gorillas are built for like little short bursts, I was like, bro, all the bro, it shouldn't even take like minimum, to be honest with you, bro. 20 humans could do that, bro.
Yeah.
I think 20 humans could get it done, bro. Call me optimistic. I feel like 20 humans, bro, all they got to do is get it. Listen, I just seen a video the other day, bro. I was going through the wormhole and I stumbled up on a video, bro, of this. You know how they could do like the strength of an animal, like they simulate it on this rope, and you pull the rope. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And this dude was doing it, but it was a real life lion on the other side, bro. A tiger, excuse me. And tigers are bigger than lions, bro. And stronger. And the dude was going like neck and neck, a bodybuilder, with the power of a lion, bro. And the lion got tired, bro. I don't know if it got tired or disinterested because it's not built to pull ropes. So it really didn't understand the task. It wasn't registering life or death with the rope, or it probably would have been a lot more aggressive by doing it. It was kind of doing it like playfully. So it stopped, and I don't know why, but the dudes kept saying, I feel the lion getting tired. I feel the lion getting tired. He kept saying that. Then he won, bro. And I'm just looking at it like, if the gorilla gets tired, bro, it's a wrap, bro. So you mean to tell me you're dealing with an animal that's not smart, that gets tired fast, bro? People got to stop watching movies, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I don't like the pussification of the human race. With people thinking that humans could easily be, murked by any wild animal, bro. Ridiculous. A human could beat up a leopard, a mountain lion. I even think a wolf, a jackal, a chicken, a dog. All those things, I do think a human that really want to fight could beat those guys in a match. A chimpanzee. I don't think one human could beat a gorilla just because the gorilla is just too big. At 400 pounds, just way too big. But 100 humans could definitely beat one gorilla for sure. I seen a tiger of a village in India. They caught a tiger, and the entire village beat the tiger up with sticks. Like they killed the tiger by hitting it with sticks. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro. And a tiger is bigger than a gorilla.
Bro, they haven't even they make it like these gorillas are the gorillas in the movies. If these gorillas was anything close to that, they would be the king of the jungle, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't be that, bro. Like it be other animals that be outperforming them, out threatening them. Like I said, bro. Like now, look, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not speaking crazy here. I don't think that if a one-on-one hand-to-hand combat that somebody's gonna lose. I think if 100 men, bro. I don't think you even need 100. I think 50 would be good enough, right? But 50 men, bro, versus one gorilla, bro. That is insane, bro. People are like, what if those 20 run? Why would you be going up against a gorilla with somebody who gonna run? And then if they run, they still look. All they gotta do is run. Literally, bro. They don't even have to engage the gorilla. They could turn around and run. The gorilla chases them, get tired, and then they just turn around and start whooping the gorilla when he gets tired. He's only good in short spurts. They can literally turn tail, bro. Run, gorilla chase after him, bro. He will after he catches him finally, bro. It's over. Like I said, though, they watch movies like Mighty Joe Young. What else? I text you the link, BBO. Mighty Joe Young. What else? I think I sent it to him. Hold on.
LML, you know chimps can rip an arm off a person like nothing, right? That's cap, bro. Come on, bro. That's cap, bro. Chimpanzees don't even rip other chimpanzees' arms off. You know a chimpanzee is like 130 pounds, right? Or 140 pounds. That would be a small human. Like that guy would be bullied, you know? Just for being so small. So that's ridiculous. Chimpanzees are known for mauling old women that keep them as pets. I mean, I don't think there's anything to brag about a chimpanzee's ferocity in a fight.
Yo, and the old ladies be survived. That's what I'm saying, bro. If these chimps, bro, was as strong as everybody claimed, bro, you should see bodies racking up. Because you know one thing that's real strong in nature, bro, that we don't mess with? Hippos. You know what kills a lot of humans per year? Hippos. Hippos ain't nothing friendly, bro. But the chimps, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's a myth, bro. Like Bo said, bro, I've never seen, even in the Planet of the Apes movie, bro, they never simulate monkeys ripping off limbs and arms, bro. Like Bo said, when they fight, they just maul other monkeys. I've never seen them rip another monkey's limb off and beat them with it. Even when they do, you know what the monkey? It's those little bitty monkeys, because there's monkeys that eat other monkeys. They eat the little bitty one.
Right.
And that's the limbs that they rip. And even then, bro, they're not just taking one limb and like, you know what I mean? They breaking the bone and like taking their time.
Bro, okay, Alexander said they rip scalps off of people. Okay, bro. So, but where's the devastating power? But that's not devastating power, bro. That's like a flesh wound.
Hold on. He talking about chimps or he talking about gorillas?
At first he said that a chimp can rip an entire like a arm's human, like a human's arm off. I said that's cap. They not that strong, bro. Not even close. A gorilla can't even do that either.
So gorillas are really like the lady said, they're really, really strong. They're built differently than us. When everybody talk about their bone density, and they talk about their muscle mass, those are all tangible things. Being 400 pounds, they are definitely really strong. But like she talked about their spurts, they have a lot of quick twitch muscle fibers. They don't have a lot of slow twitch, meaning like if they get into it with a human, they're not going to be there for the long run. So they probably will damage the first 10. They don't even have it in them to whoop 100 human beings. Like they don't even have it in them enough stamina to whoop 50. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So just the 50 human beings having more slow twitch, they're going to outlast and get them tired and just beat the hell out of them. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Bro, when I saw a village of people gather together to beat a tiger to the point where it was past tense with sticks, I was like, bro, humans could if they really wanted to, they could body a lot of animals, bro, in combat. That's crazy. Because guess what, bro? A tiger is way stronger than a gorilla. Well, not yeah, a tiger's stronger than a gorilla. But the tiger tried to fight off the humans, but eventually the tiger got tired and it was forced to actually like like and also, bro, these wild animals, they don't recover as good as humans, bro. They don't really get their second wind like that. If they get gassed, they gotta really sit there and recover. You know what I mean? Because they can't sweat or anything like that. So when that tiger got gassed, he was basically forced to sit there and take damage to the point, and the damage is only getting increased because they tired. So now they taking even more damage. So, come on, bro. It's gonna get cooked. It's gonna get cooked, bro. With a gorilla, the only way to play is perhaps human don't even exist considering we repeat like parrots. They also aren't as aggressive as animals. They're mainly territorial. If you want a human to start losing to a wild animal, you gotta get to like it gotta be like a black bear or something like that, to where I could see like a human really losing a fight. Maybe maybe a hyena. Just
Bro,
because.
if these gorillas are so dangerous and ripping people's arm off, then why in the scenario are they not giving men weapons?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Bro, wouldn't the gorilla just catch the human trying to swing the sword at it, and pull the human's
It's
arm?
because they know, bro. They know, like, if you look throughout tribes, throughout history, even before we was industrialized, bro, they were mastering cutting big water buffalo that was 400 pounds, same size as a gorilla. They were in capturing some of these animals. They were even in Roman times, bro, shipping like lions over to make them fight in the Colosseum. So we have a history of capturing these animals that are stronger than us, bro. How did they do it?
I
How
guess
did they
that
do it if human beings are so weak, bro?
facts.
And this is before the gun, too.
Facts.
So all I'm gonna say, bro, to that is, bro, people got to open up their brains a little bit, bro. They gotta open up their brains and stop watching so many Hollywood movies, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, they talking about the human beings running, bro. There's a chance that the gorilla looks and sees 100 human beings charging his way and then leaves, bro. Like I don't know why they think these gorillas, bro, that are these like these, you know, are these Hulk-like creatures, bro, that's always looking for smoke. But they're smart enough. I seen on the Discovery Channel, bro, this one gorilla was gonna challenge the other one. And you know, they don't even reign that long when they do reign, but when they alphas, but he was for the challenge him, bro. And the other one started charging at him and he just took it off running. So I was like, okay, they're not smart, but they are smart enough to know that when they about to lose a battle. And I'm like, bro, if 100 people charge at one chimpanzee, bro, one chimpanzee, one gorilla, they're gonna run, bro. I couldn't see them standing there to fight because they think the odds is on their side, bro. I seen Mike Tyson charge at a lion, bro, and the lion like had obviously the strength advantage and everything, right? And the lion, not the lion, excuse me, the tiger cowered down, bro, to Mike Tyson. I seen George Foreman, bro, no cap, no bullshit, punch a lion in the head, bro, and the lion stopped charging.
Hold up, bro. Pause. Okay. Now you just said that. So the fact that, bro, if George Foreman, a heavyweight champion, a human, was able to hit a tiger a lion across the face, across the head, and the lion had to like somewhat respect George Foreman's power, that tells you that enough humans could still rock a gorilla if they punch him in the face, bro. I'm just saying.
Oh, definitely, bro. Mammals, bro. Roberto Duran allegedly knocked out a mule, bro. Everybody thought that was funny, but the reason why I do believe that, bro, is because I seen my uncle before knock out a horse, bro. The horse threw him off, bro. He got up from the ground, bro. He went up to the horse and hit him in the temple, bro, and buckled it.
Wow. Exact, bro. See? Bro, and also, bro, them wild animals is not used to getting hit like that, bro. Don't matter how, oh man, they live in the wild. Yes, they do live in the wild, and You know, that's also going to give them a fighting advantage. But
But
what
no, but
animals?
see, you know
What
why I
animals?
can't go with that, Bo? The wild picks and choose. The reason they're able to survive is because in the wild, bro, they pick and choose their battles, bro. That's
Right.
why. That's why hippos don't attack elephants.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie. Elephant probably is the only animal that probably wouldn't run from 1,000 humans. I mean, 100 humans.
They probably wouldn't, bro. They'd be like, what y'all talking about?
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've seen elephants. They can just one tap. They can really one tap a human. Like just
Yeah, they the real kings, bro. Like everybody bows down to them, bro. Even hippos have to acknowledge that elephant is king, bro. Like I seen this village, bro, that didn't remove. I can't even remember what it's called, bro. It's been so long since I watched this documentary. It's some type of gland that makes them go crazy during musk. They call it musk or something. Bro, I can't remember, bro. I hate that I seen it a long time ago,
yeah,
bro.
you right. It's musk season. Musk.
And if they don't remove it, they'll go crazy, bro. And it has to do with hormones. They didn't remove it, and this elephant stampeded by itself and killed a lot of people in that village, bro. I seen it in India, bro. This tiger attacked this village, bro, and killed I think killed like 20 and injured 100, bro. Now we talking about animals like that, then yes. If you couldn't make one angry gorilla, bro, have that many casualties in no village known to man, bro. They would have had that gorilla captured by the end of the night, bro. They probably would have put him on trial.
But I agree. I agree. Cause you dealing with when you start talking about those, you dealing with apex predators or like apex animals, like animals that's at the top of their food chain, like respecting their own environment. So it's different. You know, a gorilla is a monster of a creature, but a
He said
gorilla
if bears cook their food, we would all be screwed. That's correct. That's hilarious.
yeah, bears are monsters, man. I think bears are the most dangerous carnivore out there.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
On land.
listen, we gotta take away our weapons to make it fair for every other animal, bro. To be honest with you. Like we endanger bears in California by hunting them with the guns. We like human beings hunt lions, bro. We at the top of the food chain, bro. That's why we always gotta show sympathy for other what's up, TD Sports? We gotta show sympathy for other sports. Other sports. We gotta show sympathy for other animals because we at the top of the food chain, bro.
Thanks.
Yo, Ricky said absolutely not. He said that how thick the bones of a gorilla. What does the bones have to do with anything? What does the bones have to do with their muscle makeup and them being having a whole bunch of fast twitch muscle fibers and they're not endurance animals? So, like I said, bro, literally, if we charged at a gorilla, there wouldn't even be a fight. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The gorilla would tuck tail and run. 100 men, that's a lot of people, bro. Like I think I don't like both said, I think it's a little bit of Hollywood with King Kong and Mighty Joe Young and all these gorilla folktale, big Sasquatch and all these fairy tales that where we think gorillas are really, really stronger and more powerful than he was. Rock got a movie called Rampage where a gorilla's doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Ricky Boyette, I do think a gorilla. If a gorilla get punched upside the head enough times, it's gonna get knocked out, bro. I see, bro. If a horse got knocked out by a human, a horse can weigh like 500 pounds, bro. Horses are pretty big. A gorilla could definitely get knocked out by a human, bro.
I don't even know about necessarily having to. You don't have to knock it out to win. You really, you got to kill it. That's how you get victory. And we got 100 men. 100 men, bro. Like I said, there will be casualties, bro. But if the 100 men stood in line and fought the gorilla single file, he wouldn't even make it past 50 because they're not endurance animals. So with that being said, now we got men fighting back. Those men that are fight, like, bro, 100 men is well than enough men. Like I said, there's been villages of 20 people that have encapsulated a gorilla and put him up for show. And not all them people be strong. Sometimes they be small and they go hunting with kids. He said, let me call it. I don't got no phone line, bro. You got to hit the link. I got it pinned in the chat. You either type it in your URL manually, or sometimes it'll allow you to click if you're from your laptop. You can just click it.
Man, Connor, we know how apex predators are made, bro. Gorillas are not apex predators. So gorillas aren't even in the same class as a human is, you know. Like, you're not comparing an apex predator to another apex predator. You comparing a peon to an apex predator, man. You know, I'm just keeping it real. Peons.
Yo, I wanted to say this. Like I said, bro, gorillas as a whole, bro, they can't. This is why human beings endanger them. They endanger other species. This is why, bro. This is why right here, bro. The gun, bro, our intelligence. Gorillas aren't even that smart. Like, I was hearing people saying all kind of stuff like, well, you know, gorillas could do this, could do that. It's like you said, bro, they have a good bite. They don't even use it, bro.
Yeah,
they don't even use their bite because they're not intelligent, bro. Like,
and when I found out that gorillas can't even form a fist, bro, I knew a human would cook them. It's over. If gorillas' only form of attack is to slap you, maybe, you know, drag you, you know, drag and pull and drop kick, that's not enough, man. That's not enough. They're not gonna bite you. They can't throw a punch, so they can't club you to the ground. So while they trying to grab you, you can be throwing elbows, right hooks, all that type of stuff, man. Kicks, and the other guy can be come back kicking. Like, it's over with, bro. It's all right. When you start dealing with tigers and lions, man, you're dealing with animals that have a lot of power, and they got a lot of speed, and they got claws. So any type of strike they land is gonna be a deadly strike. You know, on top you're gonna have to feel the force, and you got to deal with the fact that you're gonna be cut open as well. So, you know, it's a different level of danger.
he said, dang, it won't let me in. So you gotta type it in manually. You either click it, bro. If it don't work, then you gotta type it in manually into your URL exactly how you see it, and then hit enter, and it'll send you to the studio. But other than that, bro, I wanted to say this, bro. You remember when Kojo was talking about the violence of chimps? The violence of chimps. Chimps are violent, bro. They are very violent, bro. And they're smarter than gorillas. You want to hear something even crazy, bro?
What's it? What else?
They actually had a civil war, bro. That's documented.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, bro, chimps are devils, bro. Chimps are evil. That's the evil animal right there, bro. A chimpanzee really should be. I ain't gonna say a chimpanzee should be wiped off because that's not right. But, bro, if you have a pet chimpanzee, bro, you know you're an evil human, bro. You're an evil human, bro, because you're endangering a lot of people. You know, chimpanzees are evil animals, bro. Gotta be honest. You know, they have wars. They torture other animals, bro. Steal food supplies, all that type of stuff, man. Monsters.
Yo, it's funny that you say that because Jane Goodall, bro. Jane Goodall studied those animals, bro. And she found out a lot, bro. So I wanted to show you this, bro. I don't know if you ever seen it. You ever seen when she studied them and she found out that they was actually having civil wars?
Yeah.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I had so remember I told you I go through the rabbit hole, bro. I didn't want this stream to just be a stream about us talk about whipping up on gorillas, bro. Because I thought that was even a crazy debate, bro. Like, we was debating a couple. They went to the extreme and said 100, bro. 100 is like well more than enough, bro. That's overkill, bro. If 100 human beings lose to an ape, then they don't even deserve to live, bro. One ape, they like I don't even know what that don't even make sense as far as the evolutionary tree is concerned, bro. Like, how you out there getting beat up, bro, by one ape and it's 100 of you, bro? Just, bro, spread out, bro. Spread out. It's 100 y'all. Spread out and attack him at all angles, bro. Just turn around and start running with a carrot on you or something, bro. Like, it's a lot of traps that you can use. So, that's what I wanted to go to first, bro. The Bushman, bro. You ever heard of the Bushman?
Yeah.
Bro, so I wanted to go into that first, bro. So the Bushmen actually eat baboons' heads, bro. I know you seen that little dude eating the baboon's head, bro. I know you seen that.
Yeah, man. That's
Crazy work, bro.
That's
He was eating some baboons too, bro. I like, first off, that's nasty, bro. I'm pretty sure that's how AIDS started, bro. And then secondly, bro, I was like, bro, it's just crazy, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro.
To be honest, man, anything should lose one. I think any animal would lose 100 to 1, unless it's an elephant. Well, yeah, I think any animal would lose 100 to 1.
So this the Bushman. I found out about this because I was watching Dave Chappelle, bro, and he was talking about how the Bushmen trick the baboons into using them as a source to go find water for them. You seen that before?
No, I didn't see Dave Chappelle cover it. I didn't see that before.
No, I mean, have you ever seen the Bushman?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Let's watch it. I didn't know about this, bro. You should put me up on game, bro. I feel like I was behind the 8 ball, but
that type of stuff.
Bro, of course, bro. I go down a wormhole like everybody else, bro. I be bored like everybody else late night. But this the Bushman, bro. How they trick the baboon into finding water. Here we go.
His forebears have had thousands of years to adapt to the Kalahari.
Oh, snap. Hold on. Let me take the thing off the screen. Let me take the gorilla going crazy out the screen. Okay. I'll put it up. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Here we go.
There's a black man. That was a beautiful sight, man.
Bro, that's crazy work, bro. They tricked the monkeys into doing the hard work for them, bro. Hey, what the young people say, diabolical, bro?
Bro, the intelligence, man, is off the charts. That's why humans are the best, bro.
That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy, bro. I could like when I seen that, bro. I was like, man, that's pretty smart, bro. That's pretty smart, and then like dumb on the monkey's behalf that he won't even drop. He won't even drop whatever he has, even if he knows it's gonna be to the detriment of him, bro.
I think it was because he was panicked, but I guess whenever you in the wild, you never know when you're gonna get your next meal. So he was like, I guess he's gonna take. Yeah. That was weird. That was weird. You would think that he would just realize that, oh, I could just drop it, but maybe he was panicked.
That's neither here nor there, bro. They are smarter than the gorilla.
The humans? Are you saying the baboon?
Yeah, the baboons. The smaller the monkey, more than likely, the bigger the more intelligence they possess. So I'm just saying that's the best they got to offer, and they're over there falling for the old rocks, for the old salt trick, bro. The old salt trick from the natives, bro. And you think that like if they've been doing it for so long, bro, that it wouldn't work on them because they would be like hip to it because it work all the time. It still work, bro.
I get there's a new sucker born every day. Probably was a young baboon.
I bet you the old ones do it too. That same baboon probably fell for that until he died, bro. He looked at it like, well, at least I get salt out of it.
Some salt. He was really just eating pure salt, though.
That's crazy work, bro. All that for something that really don't benefit him. Like salt is just a mineral, bro. It don't even really got no no protein value to it. No, it's the mineral, bro. All that for a mineral. But I wanted to show you this, bro. Now this is crazy, bro. Now I'm gonna have to stop this, bro, in between to react to it because it's from Animal Planet, bro. And every time I show something from Animal Planet, they flag me. Like I showed the ayahuasca tea and how the villagers came up with it, and basically how jaguars would eat the ayahuasca root and how they would just start like staring off and hallucinating. You know what I mean? Getting high, basically. I thought that was pretty crazy because orca whales get high too, bro. Like stuff in nature gets high, and I find that really, really kind of not weird, but like just and fascinating, bro. Like that jaguars get high because when human beings get high, they always claim a oneness with the universe, but jaguars get high, and when they come down, they go eat them some meat, bro. Like probably from like a squealing animal, maybe a human. You get what I'm trying to say? Like human beings take the mushroom trick, bro. They come back and they be like, I'm one with the universe. I don't want to eat meat anymore. I'm gonna be vegetarians, and in my journey, I was a plant, and I just, like they always got some one with the universe type experience, bro. Jaguars eat it. They stare up at the sun. You know what I mean? Stare up at the moon, come back down, go eat him a monkey, brother, while he's squilling. You know what I mean? Baboon while he's squilling. Whatever the case may be, bro. They go eat it like it's nothing. So I always thought that was pretty fascinating that human beings through evolution has evolved more socially to be one with everything. Because I think that's how we survive, groups, the larger the group, the more enhancement for survival. So I think that them psychedelic drugs might open up a portal in the brain that's more agreeable and more like, more embracing of other people's ideas. I think that's what I think. But that's neither here nor there. I showed that how the ayahuasca tea was invented, how the people came up with it because the jaguar was getting high from it. And then it's crazy, bro, because the people that get high from it, they claim that have like some type of psychedelic experiences with jaguars. And I was like, holy crap, bro. Like, what? So the jaguars was eating it before the humans and consuming it. And then when the humans started consuming it, they claimed to have experiences with jaguars. And that just made me be like, dang, bro.
Experiences with jaguars. Like they
Joe Rogan had this theory, bro. Do objects hold memory? And I thought that was like, that blew my mind, bro. Because even though I didn't believe it, it was just something that was out there that was like, dang, that's a good theory, bro. Kind of like the Matrix movie. Nobody had been talking about that or like that until the movie came. So I thought that was kind of far out there and then like a cool storyline. Do object hold memory? And I'm like, bro, do plants and animals, animals, do plants hold memories, bro? Because that would make sense, bro. That like plants are alive. Like there's a book called The Secret Life of Plants where they hooked electrodes up to them, cut the plant, and then put the scissors up to the plant again, and they show that it was aware that it was about to be cut. That smell that you get of freshly mowed grass, that's actually plants sending warning to other plants, bro. So plants are like, they're not alive, like where they could talk, but they do know how to communicate amongst nature. So I'm just thinking like, man, maybe plants hold memories, and we get absorbed into the plants and the circle of life type of concept. So it was just pretty interesting for me brainstorming and thinking, bro, out loud.
Man, do you know that the world was controlled by like giant fungus?
You said controlled by?
Yeah, like giant fungus. Like before there was like plants, there was like like they used to be like mushrooms the size of like great oak trees, like
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Shit, what's scary about that shit, bro, is fungus, the fungus that takes over the ant's brain and turns it to a zombie. That's literally like plants like having like the evolutionary adaptation to like be some creepy like creepy super thing, bro. Like we talk about a dude versus gorilla, bro. If our body if fungus ever figure out how to survive, bro, with high temperatures, we are screwed, bro. Fungus would kill us, bro. Like it would definitely like too many years of evolution, bro. We just got lucky. Happenstance, But I wanted to show this, bro. So hold on. like I said, I got a narrow way because when I showed the ayahuasca tea and the jaguar root, and I didn't stop it, I guess enough times, they gave me a flag. He said gorilla versus 100 people, LOL. So here we go. This is chimps, bro. The secret life of chimps. Chimps are, like you said, Jane Goodall had followed chimps for years, dedicated her life to them, and it was a whole bunch of stuff that happened with the chimpanzees. So here we go. So Jane Goodall followed them, and they had an actual civil war. And she broke down the names of them, but I don't remember the names particularly. I had it saved for because I knew I was going to talk about it one day. So it's kind of old in my archives, but let's watch it. So I think that's the wrong clip. Hold on. I think that's the wrong clip. What's up? We got new panelists. What's up, bro?
And what's happening, man?
Chilling, brother. What's up?
Man, shit. So yeah, man, I kicked in. Y'all was talking about the 100 versus, you know what I'm saying, one gorilla.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, everybody chopping it up about that. I don't know, man. I know 100 people. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It could easily take down one gorilla. But it's something else about that, right? So one thing to think about, or something else I'll be thinking about, is that effect of the first person. Seeing that first person either fucking get fucked up, whether it be his shit get bit the fuck off, his shit get broke off, who's gonna be the next one to jump in? Because you gotta continue to follow that up, right? So who's gonna go ahead and
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Let's say I'm the general, bro. I'm the general.
hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
And we face off against them. You know what I'm gonna order my troops to do? Run. We either gonna run at them or away from them. If we run at them, I know the laws of nature, like animals be having instincts of survival. Yeah. So if they don't feel like the odds is in their favor, they'll leave. If they see 100 people rushing them, bro, he not staying for that, bro. I don't give a damn.
But back up against the wall, we in a ring or whatever. We could be in the octagon cage. Back against that wall, that gorilla's gonna fight for his life, just like any human, right?
Mm-hmm.
But squared up, we'll start 1v1. Because at some point, everybody got to jump in. But everybody's got to get over that fact of seeing them first couple people getting jacked up, right? Because you can't attack them all, individually. It's got to be everybody's got to be with the same mindset and knowing that everybody's not that way. If you've ever served in the military, somebody in your section, everybody's not going to, attack the situation the same way. Somebody's going to stumble. Somebody's going to falter. And that one weak link could get everybody jacked up. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true, but you gotta remember, military is human against human. We more intelligent.
For sure.
But bro, I just say, hey, throw a rock at them, distract them, put a banana in the ring. Bro, it's a lot of stuff you could use to trick them, bro. Like Bo was saying earlier, they stronger than us physically. If they had our thinking capacity, they might be able to go through I ain't gonna say 100, maybe 20 men. Maybe 20, just ripping their arms off, beating them with it, or whatever the case may be. But they don't even use they best weapons. They be slapping and all. You like, bro, you got all that. You 400 pounds. You slapping folks.
Well, shoot, they grab y'all. You ever seen that? You saw that video? Orangutan. It was an orangutan
in that cage.
Dude got too close to the cage. Man, he could have easily just ripped. You know what I'm saying? Dude's arm right through the. Got to grab his stomach, something. He easily could have brought him through that. However, he would have did it. Hey, he would have brought his ass through that little small ass hole.
You know, bro, when they do the Planet of the Apes movies, they be working with real experts who follow chimpanzees. They don't even be making chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans that strong in the movies. They don't even, and they be flipping around and flying around on poles and doing all this crazy stuff. But they don't even be that. People think like what I got on the screen, like a gorilla for just go ham, bro. Just start swat. He don't even got that much stamina, bro.
No,
he probably got 20 seconds of intensity at most, if that.
Yeah.
Cause you know how they tell us, bro. They be telling us look, man, if you get a street fight, they say it's only 2 minutes tops. It might not even be that. And that's human beings. We got more slow twitch muscle fibers in our body than they do.
Yeah.
They not gonna go no minute. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I get what you're saying. It's gonna be casualties. People gonna be missing arms. They're gonna be like have big
How
bite
long we gonna keep
marks.
going? I mean, he's not gonna give up just because he's tired. Again, back up against the wall, just like any human. Life or death situation. I'm going all out till all these 100 is gone. You know what I'm saying? That's just, and I mean, we got to put a situation in it, right? So let's say ain't nobody got no weapon. We all in the octagon cage. Gorilla had a full meal, well rested, just like all 100 men, right? We could throw what we gonna throw in there? We could throw a branch, one branch in there. See what he gonna do with it. Give him that, because we have intelligence over him, right? So we'll throw one branch in there, maybe. But from that standpoint, all right, let's go down to 50. You think he taking out a complete 50 group?
It depends, bro. It depend on what you put on the line. If you tell them 50 men, you survive this, and y'all get 100 mil, bro, that gorilla gone, bro.
Hey, 100 mil, yeah. Hey, somebody gonna
He
figure out
gone, bro.
something.
He could take my eye, bro. He could do whatever, bro.
Yeah,
he gone, bro.
he got that 100 mil.
That's too much money, bro. Now, if it's just like ain't nothing on the line, bro, you ain't losing nothing, and
Yeah.
I mean, you losing your health, but you ain't gaining nothing. Then it's like, man, am I really willing to risk? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, you're right. What's getting put on the line? How much are you willing to risk to go ahead and get this job done? So I mean, yeah, it's not just the 1v100. It's got to be some other situations, I guess. That's gonna cause somebody to go ahead and really go all in, whether it be human or animal. So, shoot, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I don't know why this took off, bro. This is what I was saying, man. One day, me and my homie was chilling because we normally do boxing live, but we try to do other stuff too. You know what I mean? Especially when ain't nothing going on in boxing. And we brought this same conversation up, bro. You should have heard everybody, man. What does got to do with boxing? Why y'all talking about gorillas? Why y'all talking about this? Bro, we did this conversation 2 years ago, bro. And then they bring it back up and then it made the news, bro, 2 years after. We like, dang, bro.
Hey, shit. Damn, see, these combos y'all be having online?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all just ahead of the curve, man. Shit, that's all it is.
Bro, we were talking about everything. Jaguars and who will win at a fight with a lion and a tiger. We talk about stuff that people just be going down the wormhole talk about. You know what I mean?
Now, see, hold on. I do got to say this. Oh, buddy said the bear is land apex predator. I'm gonna debate one. I'm gonna put all my bread on the tiger. Full grown, healthy tiger. I'm putting all my bread on him. All my bread on the tiger.
Yeah, I think I might go with the tiger too. You there, Bo? I think Bo's still there. You still there, Bo? He might be asleep. He might have dozed off.
That's all great, but yeah, man, shit. Hey, it's cool, man. Chopping up with y'all. I'm gonna have to subscribe to y'all. I know I slid through a couple of y'all videos probably 2 or 3 times on this live. But shit, that's what's up, man.
The algorithm harassing you. Good job, algorithm. Bring him over to the family, man.
That's what's up. It's on purpose, huh? Shit.
Yeah, bro.
Dig that. Well, yeah, hey, man, y'all most definitely got a subscriber right here, man. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up.
Most def, man. Y'all be easy.
You too, bro. Good chat, man. Good chat. I wanted to show this right here. Hold on. Let me share this. So this is what I want to say about the monkeys, bro. So like I said, bro, I'll be going down the wormhole like everybody else. This was the video I meant to show a while ago. I accidentally showed another video. So this is the video about the monkeys in the secret society that they possess and how they have intruders and they done had civil wars and they're very, very barbaric. So when you see a monkey at the zoo or a chimp, you know what I mean? Not the little bitty monkeys that throw the poop, because they all throw poop. They're all disgusting, right? But I'm talking about the chimps, man. You can look at them and say, oh, if you want to. Them dudes are definitely barbaric. Notice the face of everybody that talks about them inside of here. So they talk about how they split it up in their group, like they wanted power, they were related, and then the power split. They talked about a bunch of different.
My best estimate at the time was more than 140 chimps, which was far more than the largest previously known community anywhere.
Now you hear them talking about hunting. Now I want y'all to notice when they talk about the gruesome of what they seen, they are really reacting as if like, you know, they're talking about Jeffrey Dahmer or somebody. Like they are mortified, these people. Like you could tell that like this was a traumatizing event for them. They definitely did not expect things to go the way that they went. They was expecting, you know, oh, monkeys, we're gonna find out observing them that they do some very intelligent things and use tools. Yeah, they found out, but them tools was actually for cannibalism. Like they found out a bunch of different things. But here we go.
Exactly the opposite.
They say these monkeys have that they can rip our arms off. They don't struggle ripping this little monkey's arms off, but I mean, they don't. It's not done like somebody that's really, really that strong. They don't look like the Incredible Hulk or Juggernaut ripping Deadpool's body in half. It don't look nothing like that. I think their strength is grossly overrated, just to be honest with you. He said, animals being animals is terrifying. This guy clearly hasn't seen a cartel rip a dude's intestines out before. I don't think you've seen that either. I've seen them chop off heads. I've never seen them rip an intestines out. But even with that, it's the cartel. They're known to be evil and brutal. That, like, you mean to tell me you knew that monkeys were this grotesque and violent before you watched this documentary? Tell me that you knew that, because you probably did, or maybe you go down the same wormhole that I do, that you knew that monkeys was like this. But what I'm specifically pointing out is that Jane Goodall and these people that observed these civil wars and stuff that was going on between monkeys, they realized that they were just like us as far as forming societies, jumping people, being grotesque. A lot of the stuff that you've seen during the Roman times, where they was overthrowing kings and stuff like that, you see that same behavior amongst monkeys and nature. But you wouldn't expect that out of monkey, because monkeys have like been portrayed on TV as like, you know, like Bubbles, Michael Jackson's chimp, like that type, like peaceful, you know, friendly, just give them the banana and stuff like that. So the point that I was making is that the people who were observing them didn't expect to see any of the things that they could see. And you can see it on their faces, other than this guy who has like a little sinister grin. You know what I mean? He looks like a Pixar character from Despicable Me. But other than this guy, everybody else, they were like, and then, you know, he was just quartering this monkey and handing it out. Oh my gosh. Like, he was you couldn't catch that. So you so hung up on me and my beliefs that you didn't catch that from the documentary. Interesting.
And really how similar they are to humans.
There's no way another animal could survive that.
When I heard that Hare was the one chimp who had offered some,
listen to the music. Listen to the sad music. Look at the look in that guy's eyes. Like, I seen people follow lions, and they had the lion pack that was the most dominant, but it was a bunch of cubs. You know what I mean? It was like 5 adult males, which is rare, but they were all cublings that had survived and not been eaten by the other lion who took over that pack. So they grew up to be really, really strong and wild, and they went over to take on over a pack of their own, and they named them and stuff. And when their dynasty had failed, they looked just as sad. But these people were sad because the monkeys were turning on each other. You know, in the Planet of the Apes, where you be like, ape don't kill ape. Bush. You know what I mean? Like, that's bull crap. I'm trying not to cuss, so they'll let this live be monetized. But with the green, but that's bull crap, bro. Like, ape definitely kill ape. Ape is definitely barbaric, you know? So it is what it is. But you say that human beings are more barbaric. I think that's why they, in the scenarios versus the monkey, they try to make it fair by removing weapons from us, by putting us in situations where the monkey would have advantage, because it's not really, it's even with a gorilla, 100 men is just too much. Like 20 men could make an entire species go extinct. 100 men is just too much for the monkey. But that's neither here nor there.
comfort, some solicitation, some support against the attackers That didn't surprise me at all.
He's obviously a very interesting chimp in so many different ways. One of the first to tolerate us as humans, have this kinder, gentler side to him, which is quite unusual for a male chimpanzee.
There's a conspicuous absence.
So basically, they had chose one of the monkeys as an alpha, and then they betrayed him. He was the alpha. He didn't even see the ambush coming. The monkeys held him down and beat him, and he succumbed to his injuries and actually ended up passing away. And I was like, bro, that is crazy. E2 Brutus. E2 Brutus. Like, that's all I heard. Like, dang, bro, it's so crazy that our history is documented so we can read it and read about the betrayal of human beings and the power seeking of human beings. But monkeys have it too. That is crazy, bro. That's crazy. And that's why I titled it, 100 gorillas versus one human being, because I wanted to really, really address that specific thing, but I also wanted to let people know, about the chimps and the secret life. I wanted to make it educational. Not only that human beings will win against 100 human beings will win against one gorilla, one orangutan, one anything, because that's just too many people. But I wanted to shed light and show you some stuff that I'm interested in. Because like I said, I stumbled down the wormhole of this and them having a civil war, and I thought that was pretty amazing, bro. I'm like, what? But like I said, I got to stop and talk between the videos so they'll allow me to still play the video. So I think this is where they're describing where after they jumped one chimp, the other chimp went looking for him and actually got depressed.
We now stand over 200 chimpanzees in this community.
We've seen some things in the last.
That's crazy. So they split up and then they would just start murking people so that and secretly doing it like secret military missions and military strikes to neighboring places, you know what I mean? Just to decrease their population to help yours grow. That's pretty, I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty crazy. That's actual like some MacArthur, General MacArthur type stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's insane, bro. That makes me wonder, do people who can't see anything past war, do they really like, are they on their primal, is that their primal brain that the monkeys are operating off of? Is it self-preservation? What is it? Makes you wonder. Like they say, the things that make you say, Let me go put some more comments on. Said, how does everything get blamed on one man? I don't know what he's talking about. He said, in Planet of the Apes, they make different standards for different types of apes. He said the gorillas were the militant ones, the chimps were the passive scientists, and orangutans were the governors. That is true. I didn't notice that, but now that you said that, that's absolutely true, Con. Hey, DeGray, you tripping, brother. I ain't going to no damn island, brother. But we going to an island further. Brother, you ain't learned nothing. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Hold on, let me put the rest of your comments. Get caught up on them again. We'll play some more of the video. Let me give it time and space in between the last little bit of the video. But yeah, I thought that was, oh snap. Yeah, they definitely gonna get me for that one. So yeah, in closing, man, 100 men would definitely stop a gorilla. I've seen people picking gorillas, and actually smart people, but I don't think they gave this some really, really good thought. And like I said, let me show the expert talking about it. We'll end it with that. I'll show that video and then we'll get up out of here. And I'll come back with another live. I'll do 3 lives a day. I'm feeling good tonight. I'll do 3 lives a day. I'll set up the other one for two. Oh snap. For 2 a.m. Central Time. I might. Don't quote me on that, because I might go up there and chill. I might go chill and watch a movie with my wife. It just depends. but I can still watch a movie because she go to sleep early anyway. He still come back with another one. He still let me call in. So Tony, this is what you have to do. You would have to hit the link that's pinned at the chat. If it don't take you in, because if you're not from a laptop, I think laptop, you click it, you come right in. But if you're not on a laptop and you're on your phone, you have to type it in manually into your URL and then hit enter, and it'll send you to my studio, and I'll let you on to say your opinion. Yeah, because all opinions are welcome over here. You know what I mean? Especially when people be deep thought in them. Sometimes I love to hear different perspective, different scenarios. Like the brother that put up earlier, that was a good conversation. But let me go back. For the people that's just pulling up. Hold on. Where we at? Is this it? Here it is. Okay, the people just pulling up. Here we go. People just pulling up. Like I said, we had this conversation over here 2 years ago. Me and my homie Bo, everybody was like, thought it was a silly argument. And now it made not only just local Twitter news, but it made it all the way to NBC, and everybody started to debate it in the mainstream. So that's pretty interesting, man. We trendsetters over here. Yeah, I mean, y'all join in on these conversations, help us create trends over here. But yeah, this is the experts, the scientists say about, debate.
No one knew we needed. You might have seen the simulations, the memes by now. 1 gorilla, 100 men. Who would win in a fight? The internet has a lot to say.
Gorillas aren't built for long fights. They're like sprinters. They explode for about a minute and then they gas out hard.
Man, I'm taking that gorilla. Man, do people know how big them silverback gorillas are?
Surround it, distract it, get on it, you know what I mean?
How are you going to kill it? I haven't heard one logical response or explanation because obviously no tools are allowed.
If we have 100 men out there who are willing to die, give me the men.
100 men versus a silverback gorilla. I want to see 100 men versus a critical thought.
Okay, here's what's not a critical thought. Let's visualize this for a little bit. We're talking about a 400-pound animal that can grow up to 6 feet tall. According to the experts, the average silverback gorilla weighs somewhere between 5 to 10 times, or is actually 5 to 10 times stronger than us humans. And just like a lot of you are guilty of out there, mostly guys, we have spent way too much time today thinking about all of this, to the point that we actually created a very unofficial Stay Tuned Now poll at work with like 63.
I hate when people report on stuff but act like they don't want to report on it. Like he's like, oh, we're spending way too much time on this, but let me present to you this poll that we did at my job. Like, why cover it then? Just tell them, no, I'm not talking about it. It's stupid. But that's neither here nor there. Here we go.
3 to 38% split amongst our team. 63% going to the gorilla. But what do the experts say? Our next guest has over 2 decades of experience.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot that 63% picked the gorilla. Like, why? Oh, well, it's a gorilla. Yeah, we know. But why? Why do you think a gorilla is just going to walk through a human being? That's crazy to me.
Studying and researching gorillas. Thank you so much for indulging with us here, Dr. Tara Stoinski. I know this is a weird conversation, and I want to say that this is a dumb conversation, and I'm hoping we can talk about way more pressing matters in a second. But can you just settle this for us real quick? Like, if 100 normal, unarmed guys got into a fight with 1 gorilla, how would it go?
Well, it's a very interesting question, and it's been super fun to see how much it has engaged people on the internet. I talk about gorillas all day long, so I love that other people are talking about them as well. I don't think there's a definitive answer, but I have to say that I would be on the side of the humans in this case. Gorillas come to this with, a ton of power, all that upper body strength. You can see them here kind of just smashing people right and left. They've got incredible jaw strength. But I think the sheer number of humans that they would be up against, and the fact that humans could hopefully coordinate their behavior, tag team, take a little bit of a rest, while the gorilla would just be going full steam the whole time, would really put the advantage in for the humans.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that we can all communicate and I guess kind of critically think would give the advantage to the humans. And also, like, if I was in that fight and I was one of those guys and I saw somebody get mauled, I would probably run the other way, which would give the advantage to the gorilla there. But jokes aside, like, I don't know, we have fun thinking about this, or
Like I said, this part is not irrelevant because he's gonna say we have fun thinking about it, but why would you want to hurt and harm a gorilla? Let's protect him. The fact that this man is trying to protect gorillas from humans shows who would win in the hypothetical situation. But like I said, man, that was the whole point of the show, to settle this debate. You know what I mean? That's been going on. Me and my brother Boast, you know what I mean? We had this debate going a long time. We even talked about boxers. For those of you who don't know, Mike Tyson, the great Mike Tyson. See, you know, a lot of people might not be familiar with boxers, but boxers always like incorporate animals into boxing. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing ever. But Anthony Joshua got a picture of him and a tiger. George Foreman had a pet lion. Mike Tyson had, like, they always do it. I think they feel like it gives them an advantage if they get con, because, you know, boxing's a con game. It's all about tricking your opponent's brain like a magician, or conning your opponent with just animal instincts, or making them look down. If you look at Mike Tyson's documentary, he talks about how he knew he would break his opponent whenever they looked down for the 10th of a second. That's when he knew he had him. You know, I knew the auditory or whatever, you know what I mean? But they like to be, they feel like it makes them one with nature, kind of like some Liver King type stuff, you know, makes me one with nature. If I'm able to, you know, become one with nature and learn from nature, because nature has the best cues, you know. So they normally get animals and stuff. But like I said, Mike Tyson has a video of him charging a lion, a tiger. It was his pet tiger, of course, but the tiger backs down. And he said, matter of fact, let me show you. He said that I don't stand a chance against this tiger, but she doesn't know that. So I charge her at full speed and she always goes away. And believe it or not, he used that tiger to help him in the ring. George Foreman tried to do the same thing, but George Foreman actually punched the tiger in the head. Punched the lion in the head. And the lion, I ain't gonna say backed away, but the lion kind of gave up. Let's be honest. The lion kind of submitted to George Foreman, changed his mind whenever he punched it in the top of the head. But let me show you. Because this is Mike Tyson. This is Mike Tyson even before. Hold on. Why did they take me to shorts? Hold on. What? My computer acting funny now. That's crazy work. All right, let's try this again. All right, let's go to YouTube. But Mike Tyson actually charged the lion. He talked about, you know, how it helped him. Mike Tyson. He talked about it with Rosie O'Donnell for all my Mike Tyson fans. Let's see where we go. They only got shorts of it. I want to show the full. I can't remember. Maybe it was I don't remember where it was from. Was it a documentary? Well, anyway, Mike Tyson tried to pay a zoo keeper one time to fight a gorilla. That's crazy work right there. And now looking back, I'm glad that the guy didn't agree to it, because Mike Tyson would have been seriously hurt. They would have put gloves on the gorillas, but gorillas aren't that smart. And I'm pretty sure the gorilla would have tried to bite Mike Tyson or maul Mike Tyson or hit Mike. I don't know. I don't think that would have went good for Mike Tyson. I'm glad that Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to box the zookeeper. But I'm telling you, man, we take these superior athletes like boxers, because I ain't heard of no UFC or MMA people doing this thus far, you know. But you take these boxers, bro, they want every advantage that they can get. And a lot of them try to go and get animals and boost their animal instincts. And we know Mike Tyson was a nut. You know, he was running after people with guns. If you read his book, he didn't fear anything. And him, the mere fact that we talk about 100 people versus one gorilla, and Mike Tyson was like in his prime was like, hold my beer, I only need one of me. You know, it just shows the level of confidence of that guy. But that's crazy work, man. One Mike Tyson versus one gorilla, you know what I mean, was Mike Tyson all he thought he needed. And here you fast forward to 2025, you know, and people are really debating if one human being can be enough. Excuse me, if 100 human beings will be enough for one gorilla. That's crazy work, bro. My personal opinion, that gorilla will be food, bro, for 100 men. You know what I mean? I don't know who. Listen, I'm the biggest Mike Tyson fan in the world. And Mike Tyson, if the zookeeper would have agreed, number one, he disagreed for a lot of different reasons. Number one, because Mike Tyson was crazy to even think of this, and you know he was dead serious too. But number two, he would have had to train the gorilla to put on gloves and box Mike Tyson. I don't know if y'all ever heard Shaq's story on gorillas. Y'all ever heard that? Shaq said every time he go to the zoo, the gorillas go crazy. And it's because Shaq tall. Like there's a video of this. Like Shaq going to the zoo and the gorilla look at him and just like go crazy. Go crazy. Let me see. Here we go. But this is what Shaq said about gorillas. Check this out. They go crazy because they see Shaq height and they immediately become intimidated. Because, you know, even with gorillas, if you fall inside a gorilla cage, you got to like shrink yourself. You know what I mean? You got to do a whole bunch of, you know, I ain't going to say crazy stuff, but you got to do a whole bunch of different things so that the gorilla doesn't feel threatened. And, you know, they always feel threatened by Shaq because Shaq is a big dude. So they're always challenging him. And there's video of this, but Shaq's going to tell the story about it. But check this out.
In the world, all the gorillas look at me and they go crazy. You can laugh, it's okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I'll go up to them and like I'll mess with them and like they all come to the glass and they all do this. Every zoo that I went to in the world, all the gorillas look at me and they go crazy. You can laugh, it's okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I'll go up to them and like I'll mess with them and like they all come to the glass and they all do this. Every zoo that I went to in the world, all the gorillas look at me and they go crazy. You can laugh, it's okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I'll go up to them and like I'll mess with them and like they all come to the glass.
My bad, I didn't mean to loop that. But snap. But yeah, that's true story. I'm trying to see. Here's the actual video of this gorilla seeing Shaq. Look at this. Right when this gorilla sees Shaq, look how crazy he go. Look how crazy he get. It's labeled Shaq scares gorilla. I don't think he's scared of gorilla at all. I think he channels something instinctively in that gorilla. Look, you see how that gorilla hit that cage? Once he sees Shaq, I'm gonna be honest with you. We know how gorillas are strong and all this other stuff. That look like a baby. That can't be a gorilla. That gotta be a chimp. Now it's a gorilla because it was how aggressive it was, and how I don't know how the upper body is built.
Yeah,
I gotta be.
Have a chance to settle. It's nice and quiet and let them settle because it's fear. Right, so this is like their home, so we just want to be like non-dominant poses, nice and relaxed.
You guys can come in a little bit.
Yeah.
So everybody can come in.
Yeah.
Look at him posted up. He is not playing that. He's not playing that crap, bro. He wants some of Shaq. No Diddy.
Just let them
Quiet responses.
Yeah, no Diddy. He wants some of Shaq, bro. He definitely wants some of Shaq. I don't know if y'all remember this. Y'all remember that baby that had fell inside of the zookeeper's cage? I remember. Hold on. But I remember that baby that fell inside of the cage at the zoo, and the gorilla grabbed it. And I remember everybody was trying to humanize the gorilla. They were like, "Nah, man, Y'all don't understand that he was looking out for that baby. He didn't. He was trying to protect that baby, and they ended up putting the gorilla down anyway, and everybody was mad about it. Y'all remember that? I recall that. I remember that gorilla, that baby, that dragged that baby, and they put it to sleep, and everybody was trying to humanize it. It's like, bro, y'all need to stop this. Like, nature, ain't nothing sweet about nature. You could try to make them sweet all you want to, but they're not. And that gorilla, I don't know what he was doing. You know, he was looking at the baby like it was his plaything. And, you know, I don't know if he had ill intentions with it, but I mean, he definitely could have harmed that baby something serious. I don't know why they punished the gorilla for the baby falling in there. That didn't make any sense to me. But in closing, Mike Tyson's a crazy MFer. To the people that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the playback, because we had a dope debate over here. Some people pulled up. I want to keep it under 2:30, so it's got playback value. Make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna try to be back again 2 a.m. with another topic other than the gorillas. I thought this was an interesting topic, and I thought I would shed light to, you know, boxers and animals. Like I said, boxers have a history of doing something without. You don't believe me? Let me show you this. I got to show this before we get up out of here. This is the great George Foreman. I always show this. This the folktale story about George Foreman. But let me show you this, because it's got to be showed. This got to be showed. It's got to be showed. Was it in my? It got to be in my shorts. I want to show y'all this, because if I tell y'all, y'all not gonna believe me. Come on, man. Yeah, if I tell y'all, you're not gonna believe me. If I show y'all, y'all believe me. Okay, this it. Yeah, that's it. So go to it on YouTube. Okay, hold on. George Foreman actually punched a lion in the head. And I always tell this story because it's something that has to be told. Because he told a story, I'm not going to lie to you. I told it a long time ago on TV. I didn't even believe it, bro. I'm like, man, everybody always trying to cap. Bro, this dude literally punched a lion in the head, bro. Made him reconsider his job at being a lion. But check this out.
Listen to Big George tell a story about the time the lion attacked him, and Big George showed no fear whatsoever. Check this out.
You gotta halfway be crazy. That's why you get a lion and a tiger. You're absolutely out of your mind. And I had an incident once, and that's when I decided I didn't want lions and tigers anymore. I'd raised this baby lion from a cub. We loved one another, licked and played. And one day, trying to save my brother from the lion attacked me. I didn't want my brother to be killed. I attacked the lion back, and just by a hair, I'm here today, and the lion is not. I had to depart with my beloved lion because I realized they would never be a pet. I swung, I missed him by an inch and screamed and fell just a little bit out of his territory. And he saw my charge and understood that I was just as dangerous as him that moment. And he moved, we both parted company. And we never were friends.
In hindsight, after Ali beat George Foreman, he no longer had the mystique, but George Foreman was a very dangerous man. Listen.
Yo, like I said, George Foreman punched it. I don't know. It's on my videos. You know what I mean? If you go to my shorts, George Foreman just passed away, so you won't even have to go down far to see it full screen. But it's the video in the background. It's him telling the story and him actually punching a lion in the head, exactly like he said. And it's so funny because he talked about it like, you know what I mean? You know how Cassidy got in that car accident and he said, I'm here and the car ain't. He talked about it like, well, you know, me and the lion had to part ways and I'm here and he's not. Like, he made it, he said some player stuff like as if he killed the lion with his bare hands by punching him, but he had no fear, man. He had no fear. And I say this, give me 20 George Foremans versus one gorilla and we whooping that gorilla head, bro. This man punching lions in the head, bro. You know what I mean? With no fear whatsoever. I couldn't see him. A lion's more dangerous than a gorilla. You know what I mean? And that's why Mike Tyson wanted to box a gorilla. You know what I mean? He had a pet tiger as well. These boxers don't be as like especially these animals like, you know, I think it's, you know, these beasts like Mike Tyson and George Foreman, bro. Give me 10 of them, bro. And I think we can do something to the gorilla. You know what I mean? We can throw rocks at it, distract it while Mike Tyson land that one punch and get it up out of there. Or George Foreman land that one punch. I'm just saying, bro, there's pictures of George Foreman carrying calves on his back. You know what I mean? I know his strength ain't comparable. Well, it is comparable to gorillas. You know what I mean? Gorillas definitely way more stronger. But I mean, you got numbers. Give me 50 of them, 20 of them, 30 of them. It's a lot of people. You know what I mean? And George Foreman got more stamina than a gorilla would have. So it just is what it is, man. Long story short, let me get up out of here because if I keep saying it, I'm gonna go. I only got 2 hours to prepare for my next show. So let me go ahead and end this one. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. I wanted to end it so it could have playback value. I don't have to chop it up at all. So let me get up out of here, man. Yeah. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all in a couple hours, hopefully. If not, it'll be a little bit later after that. I'm going to see what my wife doing. Maybe prepare for the episode, watch movies with her, spend some time with her. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody for pulling up. For the people that didn't, hit that playback button. And for the people that's new, see you on the next one.
Superstar, wish to have a fancy car, wish to have $1 million bucks. Well, I wish I don't be in love. So feel me, pretty baby. I make one wish and I wish it all on you.